Hey guys, welcome to Card Commando here, and today I'm going to do a video I said I'd do a while back. I just hadn't got around to it, and I was going to go through the cards I got back from CGC. These are the first cards I've ever had graded. So when I sent these in, I really didn't know much of anything about getting cards graded, you know, what kind of cards you should send in to get graded. So I'm going to go through these with you and just give you my thoughts on what I think about the grading process. So first off, I did these economy. I did this before the price went up back in May, so I sent these in about April. They did not check them until June, so it took a really long time to get them checked in. I think they have improved that process since then and really caught up on their backlog on checking stuff in. However, I think it still takes a long time to get stuff back. So one of the things I know people complain about is their packaging. This is compressed a little bit since I got it back, but you can see they just put them in this little cardboard thing to separate them. And let's see if we can pull one out and notice. I'm not sure if you can tell, and it was definitely more evident when I first got it back, but there are all these little white fluffy mark things on them. They're all dirty basically, and I think it's from this packaging. I think it just rubs off. So there's a lot of these dots on there. Other than that, I mean, the holders themselves look good. They're not all scratched up and stuff. So I did 9 cards total, and we'll go through and look at some of these. So this is one I sent in, and honestly I was really disappointed in the grade this card got. You're not going to be able to tell everything through the camera, obviously. Got a 6.5. I thought this card was going to do a lot better. As you can see, the back and the edges are pretty good on it. The centering's good. There's a little like speck of dirt or something right there that might have hurt it. But, you know, looking at, let's see if we can get the light on there. Looking at the holographic surface of it, I don't feel like this is all scratched up really bad or anything. There are some print lines and some scratches you can see when you hold it up to the light, like right there's some print lines, but honestly, I don't think there's anything, like I think this card should have done like a 7.5 or 8. So what's also strange about that is this Wigglytuff. Looking at this, and we'll see if we can get it on camera, this card has significantly more scratches on the holographic surface than the Clefairy did, but this one got a 7.5. You know, looking at the card, once again, there's those little fluffy things. You know, the surface is good. I mean, you know, they're about the same really as far as the edges. So I'm not quite sure. I don't know if, you know, if that Clefairy may be worth sending back and having reevaluated, or maybe sending to PSA and having them look at it. I mean, there's a pretty significant print line that goes all along the holographic surface right there. So I don't know, but that's that one. So this is a Charizard X from the Generations set. Honestly, I'm not surprised this one graded at a 6. I mean, it's a good card, but you know, I knew sending this card in that it had some issues. You know, it's got some little chips and stuff around, trying to get them where you guys can see them, around the edges there. You know, it's hard to tell on this one what the holographic surface actually looks like. So, you know, but I know this card had some issues, so I'm not surprised it got a 6. This Electabuzz. So this one, I had actually bought this one with the intention of sending it in. I bought this one off eBay. 7.5 is not a bad grade. I expected it to do a little bit better. So, you know, that's one of the areas where I think it might have been worth it if I paid a little bit of money to get the subgrades. Since I'm really learning about grading, I think that would have helped me understand why they graded them the way they did. You know, as you can see, the edges are good. I guess there's a little bit of issues there. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, you know, being a non-holographic card, you don't have as much issue with surface scratching and stuff. So I would have thought this one would have done a little better. but 7.5 is not bad. Okay, this one, I was slightly disappointed that it only got a 7.5. So I have had this card since I went to see Pokemon the Movie 2000 in theaters with my friend Andy when I lived in Texas, you know, and I have kept this card sleeved since it was brand new. Like it was sleeved in a binder like we all did back in the day. But I thought I'd do a little better. If you look, it has a cool swirl right there. So looking at the card, I think I figured out what the issue is based on some other people's videos I watched. I don't know if you can kind of see it there. There is a little bit of a bend on the edge there. And I think that that's what hurt this card enough that it only got a 7.5. Because, I mean, this card is absolutely pristine. But I was watching somebody else's video and they said that, you know, like if you've got little bends on the corner and stuff, it automatically takes it, like you're not getting above, as much above a 7. So I don't know. I don't know how true that is. This Meowth, I'm happy with a 7 on this. This is a Game Boy Meowth. It was a promo from, I believe, the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy back in the day. So I've had this card for many, many years too. The holographic surface has a little bit of scratching and stuff, so I think that's part of the reason it didn't do as well. The edges are not completely pristine. They're not terrible, but they're not great. I think the centering could be a little bit better. So 7's not bad on that. Okay, so this holographic Zapdos, I only get a 6.5 on that. I was a little disappointed in this one. I thought this one would do better. There's a little bit of whitening around the edges on this side. And, you know, the worst part of the whitening is at the top there. But it's hard to make it to where you guys can see in the video. I think the surface is good, and I'll wipe some of that stuff off there. I don't think the holographic surface is scratched up. So once again, another example of where subgrades might help me understand a little better on why they graded this the way they did. There's a nice swirl right there. Okay, and these last two are the ones that graded best for me. This is a Neogenesis Hail Hydra, right? No, this is a Neogenesis Kingdra that I have, that I've also had this one since it was brand new. This one, once again, you know, it's interesting how they do this, because this one's got a print line going all the way across right there. There's some scratching on the holographic surface there. Centering is pretty good on this card. And the back is pretty pristine. A small amount of whitening right there. So I don't know, you know, I don't know why this one got an 8 versus the other ones. Once again, we got a nice swirl right there. I'm flush with swirls, I guess. All right, and the last one is this non-holo Team Rocket Dark Charizard. It got an 8. So this is actually a pretty good card. I think the centering is really good on it. If you look at the back, so this is a good example of where there's all this white stuff on there from the packaging. I don't know. But yeah, so white stuff from the packaging, so it makes it a little harder to see what the card actually looks like. A little bit of whitening right there, but overall, a really nice card. So I was pretty pleased with an 8 on that. I didn't expect this one to do that well, but I'm pleased that it did. So, you know, that is one feedback I have about the CGC packaging, is they're kind of dirty when you get them. So nothing that a little cloth can't wipe off. I have seen where people complain that they're all scratched up and stuff when they got them. I don't think any of these are, but yeah, so that is my first experience with getting cards graded. So just wanted to share that with you guys. I do have a bulk order with CGC that I'll probably get back sometime next year, because it's not been that long ago I sent it. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you have gotten cards graded with CGC, if you've gotten all this cottony stuff on there, and you know, kind of what your experience has been.